What is up, guys? John here, aka Bruce Lee. Sorry I've been out of the scene for a little bit here. They finally opened up gyms where I live in Canada, so I've been training insane. But I missed YouTube. I missed hanging out with y'all. I didn't forget about you. I love you guys. So what we're doing today, we're watching Jackie Chan versus Brad Allen in Gorgeous. What we're doing is a breakdown / commentary on how realistic the martial arts are and how entertaining the scene is as a whole. Again, my name is John, aka Bruce Lee. I'm a kickboxing teacher here in Canada, and this is the breakdown. All right, let's go. So I usually pause the video a lot to do my commentary, but it's kind of a long scene, so I'll try not to talk too much, guys. Let's try to talk through the video with y'all and tune in. So very traditional boxer style there, the way they have the gloves on, like the way they're warming up, even like popping their shoulders out, right? You usually see that with Western boxing. And Brad Allen's movement, kind of a neat shuffle. So one thing that has me surprised here actually is that Jackie Chan chose to go, well he's kind of switching between it now, is that he's kind of in southpaw. Which is a little odd because most boxing trainers I know or coaches, they kind of get their fighters to pick one, like orthodox or southpaw, and you just stay like that. You know, he specializes in the one format and not really branch off too much. Unless this is just like mirrored. In which case, someone let me know, because I don't actually know. It's actually unorthodox maybe, and they have said the cameras mirrored. Okay, so he pressured Jackie Chan into going in. For some jabs, he went for a spin kick. So not quite Western boxing, but a lot of their movement and what they're doing is kind of like that's like the Muhammad Ali shuffle, for example, right? It's very based on that because it's popular at that time. But the fact that there's a spinning back fist, it means it's not quite classic boxing. The other thing I'm not a huge fan of so far in this scene is that they for a while they're going straight forward and back. Like boxing is a lot about footwork, not just punches, and you want to have that nice lateral motion as well, so moving side to side. Because the guy's doing Philly shell, doing some boxing, throwing some jabs out. There's really good hooks from Brad Allen there. There's a good flurry on both sides, staying in the pocket. It's funny to me how when they're just playing around moving and shuffling, yeah, it seems like they're light in their feet, but when they start punching like this, they're really not moving forward and back anymore, side to side. So they're just kind of planting their feet to throw all their punches. So, ooh, both got hit. So I mean, personally, especially from these traditional boxers, if you see a guy who likes to shuffle around a lot, and he can fight while moving side to side, forward, back, and still shuffling, I think that's a really slick boxing style. What they're doing here, where they're making it seem like they're moving around and super loose. When it comes down to fight, they both just stop. Everyone stop moving and just throw whatever you want. It's a little off of what I think is a natural fight scene, but so far still pretty cool. And they're both showing off their speed. Jackie Chan's giving Brad Allen here, I guess, a second to clear his makeup or change gloves. If you ding a guy and he doesn't fall down, or a ref doesn't stop the fight, if he's going oh, stop, time out, you don't really need it's like in the UFC, right? Protect yourself at all times. You'll see fighters who don't realize the round's over and then boom, get knocked out. So I'm not a crazy big fan of that. I like the honor system from Jackie Chan, but I wouldn't even bother. So he switches gloves to kick, more MMA style ones, to start adding in kicks. Really good kicking dexterity. I like that a lot. That's actually, I know I said I'd try not to pause it because it's a long scene, but I really like this where when Brad Allen misses a kick, he just spins into another one. There's a good check from Jackie Chan. See, now they're moving and striking. That's what I mean. That looks a little bit more natural. You see how he misses a kick, it just spins. That this to me is now they're loosening up, and if you're gonna show off that you have a cool shuffle, use it, move and fight. Don't just stand there in one spot. And they're doing that a lot better now. Jackie Chan's got a little bit of a wider base than the traditional boxer kickboxer style. Okay, yeah, I find those short punches in the clinch, like if someone has a hold of you and you kind of go like bang, bang, bang. Like just for me personally, like if you condition your abs, like I don't find that to be too much of a threat. Like if you clinch someone and they're like going at your body, I find it's rare for them to generate enough force to hurt you. So I'm surprised Jackie Chan let it go. Still, and like giving Brad Allen space here to do his like these fancy kicks, or those shuffles, and like that this whole like fluttering like Wing Chun 10 kicks, like it's really not effective for anything, you guys. I've tried to do it like a billion times for like, he did like 6, that's impressive. I tried to do like 3, I'm telling you, like there's, the first one has power, the other 2 is like nothing. But I wouldn't give a guy like Brad Allen too much space. I actually was from a Muay Thai background. I'd actually prefer to clinch him and like not give him the option. He was like, look at his speed and his flexibility. Like those are definitely Brad Allen's biggest assets. Like why even give him the chance? You know what I mean? Let's turn up the volume on these guys. I don't know. I hope you guys are able to hear them moving this whole time, but if not, I'm just turning up the volume. Oh. It's another one of those things where, like, Jackie Chan's being nice. Like, if someone tripped in the middle of the fight with me, I'd be like, oh, screw it. Just knee them. Or kick them while they're down. But I appreciate, guys, don't roast me for that one. I appreciate the honor system here. There's a good feint with a front kick. So, Brad Allen's, you can see he's trying to go more like kick heavy. He actually switched to a little bit of a wider stance again. He did, like, when he put his kickboxing gloves on, he went wider, and now he went wider again. So, he kind of gave away that he wants to kick and spin if possible. It's a good variety of punches here. Nice spinning kick. Actually, Brad Allen pulled that so much. So, the reason you can tell is if you... watch how he spins here. When he chases Jackie Chan in a second, he doesn't elongate his right leg. So right here, bang. Oh, whatever. You guys probably, hopefully saw what I mean. Where when he kicked Jackie Chan, he didn't straighten out his leg just to protect him. If he did, he could send even like Jackie Chan, like someone of that size, send them flying. You know, like that one Bruce Lee movie where he sends a guy like flying into the wall. Absolutely, you could do that. Oh, it's flashback time. I don't remember what happens in this movie, so I have no idea. Let's skip ahead. We're here for the kickboxing. I guess she says just smile a lot or what? It's a little bit more relaxed, Jackie Chan is. Is there something up with the audio? And Brad Allen's a little shook. He's like, what's going on? I will say, like, if you have, like, a certain swagger or, like, you're smiling while fighting and, like, you're playing around with the dude, sticking your tongue up, it does mess with some guys. Some people don't care. Like, some people are really good at just, like, staying focused of, like, whatever. And Jackie Chan's going, like, a spinning top here. I find it's not, like, a spinning back fist works, but spinning more than the once, I don't find that to be super effective, just personally. But obviously, you know, it's a Jackie Chan movie. He's having fun. But just FYI, guys, if you're going to do a spinning move, you know, following up a spin with another spin is fine, but spinning like a top like that is like meh. That's a good side kick into a jumping back kick with Jackie Chan. I dodge like that a lot too. I kind of like to just like swing slightly out of the way if possible. That way you're not like giving up too much ground, too much range. Very nice stuff. Good speed. So a lot of these moves, to be honest with you, like this last like 10, 20 seconds, they're kind of just like throwing their arms and legs out. It's not like too intentional in terms of damage. They're just showing off their speed. So I'm not crazy fan of that. Again, might be the Thai background in me. That's a good catch kick. I like. Wait, let's pause for a second there. That's a good catch kick, and he's like trying to like ragdoll him around. Very realistic. But yeah, because of that, the Thai background for me, like I don't like throwing moves without a purpose. So like going like bang, 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 just like kind of flash your speed at a guy, I'm not a crazy big fan of. I'd rather just throw harder. Brad Allen's like looking at the sign of like, what did you see on that wall? It's making you fight so good, and it's just like nothing. See, what's interesting to me here is Brad Allen's back to orthodox. It always bothers me. Like, I fight ambidextrous as in Muay Thai, you gotta be somewhat ambidextrous because of the way when you switch kicks and like block, do shin blocks, sometimes you end up in the wrong stance. In kickboxing, you see that a lot less. They usually stay with their one stance. Boxing is a lot more like defined, and Brad Allen's switching it up a little bit here. So I find that curious. I'm not a huge fan of that personally. Good slips from Jackie Chan. Some of those dodges are obviously pretty ridiculous, but it's fun to watch. I really enjoy these scenes with Jackie Chan. So I think Ip Man actually did in the first Ip Man movie they do a move like this, where intercept a flying move by essentially going for attacking the hips. The dance part here is that's not part of the commentary, guys. That's not a martial arts breakdown. That's just Jackie and Brad Allen showing off, or whoever showing off how good they are and how athletic they are. That was all pretty impressive, like, to be fair. That was pretty. This is like genuinely, guys. This is a pretty impressive stuff. It's like acrobatic yoga. Oh, and Brad Allen goes right into the offense. So you see there with Jackie Chan, he goes like a shell, and he goes like he changes over his long guard, trying to intercept the punches in the middle of it. Pretty realistic stuff. Like I'll let you guys watch it again. So Brad Allen kind of like gets his footing and starts attacking. So he'll go like shell up and switch, and go like long guard both ways like this. Very realistic stuff to try and choke out someone's punches. It does open up your body a bit, but it's super worth it to like just to occupy their hands. Some good elbow blocks there. That was a good little reversal, because now Brad Allen's against the ropes, let's say. Yeah, like the whole speed bag thing you see in like, you know, like boxing movies are like bang 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 bang, like, and they're not real moves. Like you can't, like, I've never seen this actually do damage where he goes like bang on a guy. Like shoe shining him. Yeah, I don't think that really works. Like it just trains the speed and the twitch of your muscles. Now their guard's kind of gone. They're just punching each other one for one. Like, I wouldn't recommend this unless you're super tough, but I've actually, I rarely have seen people go cross-eyed from, like, taking a punch. I don't know. Comment below. Question of the day. Comment below. Do you think if you get hit a decent bit on the face, do your eyes go cross-eyed like that? You let me know in the comments section. Oh, man. Well, I think that's it for the scene basically here, but good stuff here from Gorgeous. And again, before we get into the breakdown, question of the day, y'all. Comment below, what are your thoughts? Comment what your scores are, or comment, do you think this face right here happens? You get hit in the face hard enough? Let me know, because I want to hear, you know, I love hearing from y'all. And let's get into the breakdown here. 2 criteria, realism versus entertainment factor. I'll start with the entertainment factor. I think it's a good 10 out of 10. Like, this scene has a lot of stuff going for it. It has, like, a little bit of the story, which I don't even know, but like they have like the bystanders for a little bit of comic relief. Jackie Chan is like hilarious on its own, and there's some pretty legit martial arts moves as well. It's like it's easy to appreciate how good this scene is. Entertainment let's go realism factor. I'm gonna give this let's say an 8 out of 10. I think is pretty fair. A lot of the kicks and the punches, especially the spinning stuff that they're showing off, was really good. The one thing I wasn't a big fan of, and obviously it's part of the, like, the whole like dancing routine they did, like I'm not counting that, obviously, like that's just for the sake of the movie. But like some of the moves that Jackie Chan was doing specifically in terms of like spinning and like the spinning top move and stuff like that, I know it's for fun, but like obviously that stuff wouldn't really work. And like the whole shoe shine punches, like that's not really gonna fly super well. Brad Allen's trying to fight a little bit more seriously, but what I'm not a crazy big fan of is like when they start launching their limbs, like kind of like, I get that some people are really fast and faster than me. Like I usually fight like a 160 range, and these guys can maybe get away even lighter, like 130 to 140. But you just throw it for the sake of speed. Like I find that doesn't really work because you'll just get intercepted. So I'm not a crazy big fan of that. But still, like again, the martial arts is overall very realistic. So if you saw this scene back in the day and you're wondering if this is pretty legit, it's pretty legit. Like as far, like obviously Jackie Chan's gonna make it comedic, but it's pretty legit. So comment below, guys. Are my scores too low, too high? Let me know. Question of the day: how hard do you have to get punched, or do you think you get punched hard enough to go cross-eyed for a few seconds or forever? I have no idea. Hasn't happened to me, has it? But that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If so, please leave a like and subscribe, because it means I might see you again, and I'd love to do that. And yeah, I'll see you then. Signing off, guys. Bruce Lee is out.